I was out of it, and I couldn't bring myself to do anything until dinner except stare blankly into space. Was I terrified from Rena going off on me? No, that's not right. That was someone else who only looked like Rena. Then, who could it have been? It was a dreadful feeling. Knowing that that was someone else, not Rena. So tomorrow I shouldn't have a problem talking to Rena like I usually do. That thought was strangely comforting. I concluded that I should just calm down and clear my head. Though those thoughts continued swirling around my mind. Finally, I returned to my senses as I heard my mother calling out to me from the bottom of the stairs. Rena's here, she needed to say something to you on the back porch. Bookstore? Can't think of why they'd be calling me. Let's just see how this plays out. I went downstairs and picked up the receiver anyway. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be Rena. What she's saying was, in his own way, rather courteous. Even so, I didn't want my parents hearing me talk to the police. I brought the cordless phone with me as I dashed back up to my room on the second floor. Sorry, Mom, I'm gonna have a long conversation with the bookstore guy. Instead, don't come in my room. He gave me the number for his direct line as I wrote it down. I thought that was the end of it, but he began making pointless small talk, and it was pretty hard to hang up. No. I see. This was the real reason. He really beat around the bush there. His adult conversation skills left me slack-jawed. If he's from around here, he might know. Whereas my friends would say they didn't know when I asked, this older man gave me a direct answer. It made me a bit happy that he answered me directly without trying to hide anything. Demon snatching up people is what this onikakushi really means. I already knew about the mysterious deaths happening 5 years in a row. But I didn't know there were people disappearing for those same 5 years.
そうなんですか、前原さん。
それは俺が聞きたいですよ。レナとミオンが話してたんです。お社様のたたりなら必ずたたりと鬼隠しが起こるって。
Oishi-san began hemming and hawing on the other end of the receiver. Maybe something about that came to mind?
前原さん、最初の事件ご存知ですよね。バラバラ殺
人。ええ、6人の犯人のうち1人はまだ逃走中なんですよね。
例えばそれ、逃走中じゃなく鬼隠しにあったんじゃないでしょうかね。
Huh? It was an outrageous hypothesis from Oishi-san. The incident 4 years ago was the particularly ghastly one. The police already knew the perpetrators, so they posted tons of wanted posters with his face on them. They staked out various locations and investigated every possible escape route he had. But after 4 years, there wasn't even a hint of where he might be. Unless the police were completely incompetent. Even if it was an outrageous hypothesis, I couldn't simply laugh it off.
じゃあその翌年の事故はどうです？誘致派の男と妻が一緒に事故死したんですよね。
実はですね、正式には事故死したのは夫だけなんです。妻は死体が上がりませんでしたから。現行法では死体が発見されない限り行方不明扱いなんですよ。
At the time of the incident, with the river below the cliff being muddy rapids, the police divers had searched every branch off the main stream of the river for dozens of miles. But in the end, they weren't able to find her body.
でも死体が見つからないだけで亡くなったんですよね。鬼隠しとは違うんじゃないですか？
死体が出ない以上亡くなったとは言えません。法律で定めた年月が過ぎるまで生存扱いなんです。
Not sure if it was right to call that being demoned away. The wife is missing. At least that part was reality.
3年目はどうなんですか？神主は病死、妻は自殺ですよ。
前原さん、実はね、これも全く同じなんですよ。
The wife had supposedly thrown herself into the bottomless marsh deep in the forest around Hinamizawa, meaning it's all circumstantial evidence. They simply found her suicide note in front of the marsh. A diver was able to recover a few of her articles, but they weren't able to find a body. The investigative headquarters believed that she had faked her death and was still alive somewhere.
これらを鬼隠しと呼んでいいかちょっとわかりませんがね。前原さんの言う通り、確かに毎年一人行方不明になっています。
今年の事件では富武さんの連れの女の人が行方不明。じゃあ去年の主婦の撲殺事件はどうです？誰か行方不明になりましたか？確か犯人は逮捕されたんですよね。
ええ、逮捕されてます。以前に逮捕歴もあるやつでしてね。別件で取り調べ中に犯行を自供してます。ですがですね、犯人逮捕からしばらくして被害者宅の子供が行方不明になったんです。犯罪に巻き込まれたのかどうなのか、現在も捜査してます。
だって犯人は捕まったんですよね。それともその仲間が？
さあ、多分単独犯だと思います。もっとも今では確かめようもないんですよ。実はその男、取り調べ中に拘置所内でお亡くなりになっちゃいまして。
He swallowed a spork and choked to death. It's not known whether it was an accident or suicide.
つまり過去5年間必ず死者と行方不明者が1人ずつ出ているわけなんですよね。
そうなります。いえね、私も驚いていますよ。こんな共通項には気づきませんでした。
I couldn't believe that this could help lead to the closing of those incidents. It was just something they had in common.
例えば鬼隠しにあって失踪した人には何か共通点があるとか。
Oishi-san mumbled as he seemed to be thinking about it. So I summarized the events.
1年目はダムの作業員、2年目は誘致派の男の妻、3年目は神主の妻、4年目は被害者宅の子供で、5年目は交際相手かな。特につながりはなさそうだし。
1年目はともかく妻とか交際相手とかそういう人が目立ちますな。
It does seem like there are a lot. Then that means the fourth year's victim's child was different. It would have really stood out if they were all married couples. Except it's not just married couples, but parents and children as well. Come to think of it, I believe Tomitake-san also told me the younger brother is alive and has moved, if I recall correctly.
4年目に行方不明になった子供ってどんなだったんですか？
おとなしい感じの方だったらしいです。年はあなたの一つ上です。名前は北条。
Hey, there we go.
え？
There's a name.
サトシ？
Sorry, you're not in the club anymore. I remembered that name. Didn't they tell me Satoshi transferred out last year?
あなたの学校に去年まで通っていました。話を聞いていませんか？
No. No, they didn't. Come to think of it, when I transferred in, I believe they said my seat belonged to a recent transfer student. Then where I sat once belonged to the one who was demoned away. It was his seat? I recalled the cold sensation that came from that desk. It made my hair stand on end. The string of mysterious deaths. Oh, Oshiro-sama's curse. I now knew how it connected to me. That chilling sensation. It was the feeling of Oshiro-sama caressing the back of my neck.
お社様のたたりか。
Could Oyashiro-sama's curse really exist? In all honesty, I was beginning to believe it. And I was scared. That was why I wanted to say it was a plot, crafted by man and not the work of a curse. But the more I dug into it, the less likely that seemed. No, the more I dug, the more mysterious it became. If I kept digging, eventually, I'd reach a point where I'd learned something I really shouldn't know. To either be none the wiser, or to seek an answer I may regret. Which one would I be happier with? Maybe it'll be me next time. My execution could only be delayed for 1 year. That was when I remembered. Rena. Rena said she may be the next victim of the curse.
竜宮レナさんがですか？去年転校されてきた前原さんのクラスメートですよね。女の子には刺激の強い事件ばかりです。怖がるのも無理ないんじゃないでしょうかね。
It wasn't that. She said it might be her next. She said it in a way that made me think she had a concrete reason behind it.
もっと確信じみたものだったように思います。なんていうのか、その。
She was frightened. Her sudden change in demeanor. That someone who looked like Rena but wasn't Rena. That might be unrelated. All the strange things that I felt from Rena today came back to me.
そうですか。では、こちらでも少し調べてみます。前原さんも少し竜宮さんの様子に注意してあげてください。
それはレナを見張れってことですか？
そんな意味ではありませんよ、前原さん。
Look, this is like a job at this point. Can I get paid?
お友達が次の被害者にならないよう少し気にしてあげてほしいということです。
Let me sit in your air-conditioned car some more. At that moment, just as my mouth is agape because I was so impressed with his mature, clever way with words. Knock, knock. A sudden knock at the door sent my heart racing. In an instant, I had pointlessly covered up the end of the receiver.
Keiichi!
Oh, is it Rena? I hope it's Rena. On the other side of the door... Oh, no, he means get the door to your room. I heard my father's oddly upbeat voice. What could it be? It's so late.
すみません、親父が来ました。今夜はこれくらいでいいですか？
ええ、夜分遅くに本当に申し訳ありませんでしたね。何か分かりましたら教えてください。こちらも進展がありましたらご報告しますよ。では失礼します。
ケイイチ、早く開けてくれ。父さん、両手が塞がってるんだ。
What is Dad doing? I'd stayed in the same position while on the phone the whole time, so my joints were aching. How old are you? When I opened the door, I saw my father was standing there with a tray. On that tray, cookies and 2 cups of black tea. A fairly fancy spread for our household. There's even sugar and lemon slices on the side. Everything you could ask for. This is quite the show of hospitality.
何父さん。それ、何のつもりだよ。
もう、はぐらかすなよ、ケイイチ。入るぞ。
Dad was in high spirits and had a smirk on his face. But for my entire life, I'd never seen him act this hospitable. What had gotten into him?
で、何の話をしてたんだ？
I jumped. It's not something I had to keep from my father. But how could I explain to him I was talking to a detective? I'm assuming he was. This late at night.
別に何も。友達だよ。
電話の話じゃなくて、来てたんだろう、今。レナちゃんが。
Ah, great. That's, yeah. Guess I'm not entirely surprised.
来てないよ。
もう、ごまかさなくたっていいぞ。さっきレナちゃんが遊びに来てたじゃないか。だいぶ話し込んでるみたいだったから、お茶でもって思ったら、すれ違いだったんだよ。
I had no idea what Dad was talking about, but I'm sure we're gonna find out soon enough. But a cold sweat dripped down my back. Was she listening in on this conversation? Oh boy, this is gonna be really good. She's probably like right outside his window.
どのくらい話し込んでたかな。
レナちゃんが2階に上がったのが半くらいだったから、小1時間くらいかな。
2階に上がったの、父さん見たの？
ああ、見たよ。ケイイチの部屋は階段を上がって奥の扉だよって声もかけた。
Rena came to my house about an hour ago. Dad met her at the door, and he called out to me on the second floor. I probably didn't hear him because I was so focused on my conversation with Oishi-san. I didn't reply, but he knew I was in my room, so he had her come inside. Then told her my room was on the second floor. She thanked my dad and went upstairs. Then about an hour passed. She passed by my dad just as he was bringing up tea and left. She came upstairs, and about an hour had passed. Then passed by my dad and returned home. Then, after she came upstairs, and until she left, where was Rena? There's only a short hallway between my room and the stairs. Meaning, Rena had, for about an hour, in the hall. No, she couldn't have been standing in front of my door all that time. The door to my room wasn't particularly thick. You could easily hear everything being said inside. All of the unsettling and unguarded things I spoke to Oishi-san about began rushing through my head.
お父さん、あまりからかっちゃダメよ。それよりアトリエを片付けて。またこぼすわよ。
Mom yelled up at Dad from downstairs. Dad left the tray with me and went downstairs with a disappointed chortle. I followed my dad out of the room with my eyes. I looked down at the floor around the doorway where Rena might have stood all that time. Hey, look, it's us. Have we actually seen us up until now? I don't know if we have. Just now, as I was talking to Oishi-san, with my back turned, Rena was standing a mere 6 feet away. The whole time? All that time, in this dimly lit doorway. I was gonna say, I hope we get to see a picture of creepy Rena face. What did she see? What did she hear? For what reason? As the steam from the 2 teacups ominously wafted and twisted, the aroma of black tea filled my room. And she just kept this look the entire time. Good move. Good move, Keiichi. You're gonna die. Oh, that's a good CG too, isn't it? Lies! Man, I wish I could have seen Marshmallow Rena with the creepy face. That would have been good. Alright, let's take a look. Notice from the police chief. July 1st, 1982. To Departments 1 through 12. Prefectural Police Headquarters. Director General. To the Chief Constable and all facility managers. Regarding cases situated in the Hinamizawa village, notice. As cases in Shishibone City, Hinamizawa village have been reported by certain sections of mass media. It has drawn global attention, which is causing serious repercussions for the local residents. This has become a very serious situation. To protect the livelihood and prosperity of the residents, the following notice has been issued. 1. Designate the following criminal investigations as classified. Okinomiya Station 1982, case number X. Hinamizawa Village housewife murdered, dated June. Okinomiya Station 1982, case number. Hinamizawa Village student disappearance, dated June. 2. Non-disclosure of information. Okinomiya Station 1979, case number. Hinamizawa Village site foreman murder, dated June. Shira Station 1980, case number. Shira Natural Park falling incident, dated June. Okinomiya Station 1981, case number. Hinamizawa Village Shinto priest wife disappearance, dated June. 3. Requesting self-restraint from each organization concerning the release of sensitive information. Please see attached reference materials 1, 2, and 3. Management. Prefecture Police Headquarters. Internal line. Police Affairs Department. Gotta keep it under wraps. Today was very interesting. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I was told back when, back at the end of the festival that it wasn't gonna be boring anymore. And I'm definitely seeing that for sure. What are the repercussions of that going to be? Of Rena overhearing that entire conversation? I mean, to recap, we basically talked about that, like, Rena now knows that we know more or less everything related to the murders and are connecting, have a connection to Oshiro-sama, and she also knows that we're going to be investigating her, right? So, she knows that entire conversation, and we let a lot go during that. And I wonder what the repercussions of that are going to be. Very interesting. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing what'll happen with us next time. Bye!